I'm Kate Nakamura, and I graduated from the class of 2023 at Kauai High School.
I'm Kajihara, class of 23 from Kauai High School. So in 5th grade going into middle school, we had the option to take these 3 advanced classes, and I signed up for the media class, which a couple of my classmates, Kate actually was one of them, has signed up for. And going into it, I kind of just imagined it as making the videos I saw online. But once I got into the class, I think even though it wasn't what I expected, I was very satisfied and interested in what media entailed.
It was the same for me. Started off in middle school at Chiefis Kamakahele Middle School with Mr. Matsunaga, or Mr. M. I kind of got interested in it because I knew people that were in the program, and on Kauai, that program is really well known. They're out in the community, they're going to national conventions like STN, winning awards, doing this great work, and I thought it was really cool and something that I wanted to try. So I kind of dove in head first, not knowing anything, but I kind of learned the ropes and just learned to love it. So my first challenge video was in 2017. It was a fall challenge, and I think the topic was something along the lines of walking in another person's shoes. We eventually landed on suicide and the family members that are left after a loved one commits suicide, and it's a really heavy topic, especially as these young people trying to figure out ourselves, so we don't really have a good grasp on the world. So doing that first story, it was my first serious story, interviewing these people, listening to their stories, feeling their heartbreak and kind of telling their story. It was a pivotal moment in my journey to becoming a journalist.
When they reach that point, they won't know what to do, and to them, that might be their solution, because that's the only way they think that their pain will end.
Similar to Kate, I also created a franchise piece. We did a video covering Kalalau Trail and all the trash and rubbish left behind and how the DLNR has to work around it.
So helicopters, as you know, don't fit many people. And we also have to have sling loads. It comes out of the state parks budget, which is paid for by the taxpayers of Hawaii.
I was very fortunate that I got picked up because I got to work with HIKI NŌ as a 6th grader. We got to get comments and feedback, actually to the last day of 6th grade. Yeah, that was my introduction.
And I just wish that everybody could take care of it as they would take care of their own home. It is all of our home.
Something else that really stands out about Kate and Ty is from as young as their freshman year, they work together really well. I guess the first thing was persuading me to allow them to be the first freshmen that I would take to STN, Student Television Network Convention. So they were the first freshmen that I took out of state to STN.
We were grateful that we got the opportunity to go as freshmen, and we kind of flew up. We were excited. We did practices. We practiced with Chiefis Kamakahele Middle School as well because they were flying up. And we heard about this thing called COVID-19. At that time, we didn't know what it was. We just knew it was a sickness, bring extra Clorox wipes, bring hand sanitizers, wipe stuff down. Then, on March 11th, the day before the convention was to commence, COVID-19 was officially declared a pandemic.
We literally just had arrived at the convention hotel, and then one of the other Hawaii teachers comes up and said, did you hear? At STN, the students, like everybody, was more than just disappointed.
It was pretty devastating, to say the least, to work hard and kind of want to do this and meet new people and have these new experiences, and just to have it all go away.
I think my mind was just really fixated on being able to, just spend our day left with all the people we flew up with, and kind of how do we progress from here? What do we do in the moment? And how do we make the best of what we have left?
When I was back in Kauai, I didn't really think much of it. I knew it was an issue, and I was kind of afraid and I thought it was kind of serious, but I never realized how big it is and important it is up in the mainland. So coming here in the nation's capital really opened up my eyes to what's going on.
HIKI NŌ did a documentary on the convention, and I was grateful and really glad that they asked me to do narration for it.
Even with so many things weighing on their mind, the students did not lose sight of the reason they had traveled all the way to DC in the first place.
It kind of was a great learning experience for me, and it was surreal to hear my voice on TV.
Our school was virtual the year after, and for me personally, I think Kay would agree, we kind of learned how to work independently, and a lot of our work was solo projects. We both did work for Student Reporting Labs, PBS. For me, it kind of got pretty lonely. I realized how much I enjoyed collaborating with other people.
Life at home feels like a never-ending weekend. Not being able to see anyone besides my family makes me feel mentally and physically trapped. However, it gave me the opportunity to work on skills I never had the time for earlier.
I think virtual stuff, I didn't feel the same connection. Yeah, it just wasn't the same.
It was also different, but one thing that kind of stuck throughout was the class. Even though it was just a few of us, Mrs. Iwohi would email us, be like, hey, there's the HIKI NŌ challenge coming up. Do you guys want to participate? Is this something you guys are interested in? And we could always get a group or two to say, yeah, I would love to do it. Something that me and Ty both worked on for the 2021 Spring Challenge for HIKI NŌ. We did a story on our hometown hero, Dennis Fujimoto. He's a reporter for our local newspaper, and he's been around for a long time. He's a familiar face in our community, and we actually won first for that news story, which was really great. And we basically only got together to film, so it was amazing to see how we were able to create this really amazing news story just through virtual communication.
Heroes can be seen everywhere and anywhere. Although they may not wear capes, you can always catch this hero rocking his beige vest.
The win was just an extra thing. It was the first time I really went out to cover a personal profile, since a lot of my work was virtual and a lot of my videos were kind of just a lot more personal instead of going out there in the community.
I think that a lot of people view news and journalism as really dated, stuff that only old people watch and only old people care about, but it's the telling and spreading awareness of different issues and bringing different voices to light. That's still going to be a consistent need. So it's seeing that we as young people do this and we enjoy doing this, we have a passion for it, and we want to share it with the world. I think that's what's most important to me when these stories get broadcast.
I think being able to show our work as students is really important because it gives us a spot to broader audiences to show the messages that we care about, the stories we care about, because a lot of the stories we're sharing are the ones in our community, the people we see every day, and the issues that we care about, because we're the ones picking the stories, which is very important to have because it gives us a little bit of representation and kind of helps us foster a mentality that our voices matter and that the voices we're emphasizing, the people that we're covering, that they matter too.
You might not have to say anything else, just by you saying hi might make a difference.
This fall, I will be attending Arizona State University, and I'll be attending the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism as a journalism major. And I definitely have HIKI NŌ to thank for introducing this type of storytelling and honing my passion for it.
In the fall, I'll be going to Japan to attend a language school, where I then plan on transferring to university on a pre-med track. Working with HIKI NŌ made me a stronger writer, and I think that's been a really big help. I got to find my style of writing. For technical skills, I do plan on getting into sports photography there, which I got into within the last year of high school, and I plan on continuing it or finding a way to continue it in Japan, covering local or community teams.
I think that it helped me to not only grow and create a good work ethic and have these standards for my work, but it also immersed me more in my community.
That work ethic and skills that I learned through HIKI NŌ are something I'm going to continue to use beyond school.